Hi, Statesman Nation. We are back with another edition of Office Hours. Today's guests are Jennifer Peterson as well as Jessica Sisul. They are Jen and Jess, and they had to come together because everybody gets them very confused. But they are professors out of the Health and Life Sciences Division. So, ladies, thank you for joining me for a few minutes.
Of course. Happy to be here.
There you go. All right. Well, I've given them a whole bunch of questions. They are, I think, ready. So I guess we'll find out. First off, I guess if you can both kind of introduce yourselves a little bit, talk about what you teach, and then we can kind of go from there.
You go first. Okay. My name is Jennifer Peterson, and I am my title is Instructor of Kinesiology, and so I teach a class that all students in exercise science, sports management, wellness and recreation, PE majors. It's called Fundamental Concepts of Kinesiology. So I will teach that class, and I teach some college foundations classes for the freshmen in the fall. I teach organization and administration of PE, elementary methods PE, adapted PE, I think. Oh, and kinesiology seminar. That was new this year. So, yeah.
just a few.
Just a few things.
Yeah, I'm Jessica Sisul, also instructor in kinesiology. I teach anatomy and physiology. I teach sports pharmacology, sports nutrition, community health, substance abuse, and wellness and fitness. So I'm kind of all over the board when I teach.
Right. Also, just a few classes, so both of them are very busy. Let's talk about you guys' backgrounds. Neither of you came right out of college thinking, I'm just going to be a college professor. You've taken a different road and found yourself now here at William Penn, teaching college students. But talk about your background, where you're from originally, where you graduated from, what you've been doing prior to William Penn.
So, it took me a long time to come to the college level. For 20 years, I taught physical education, 3 years at the high school level, and then 17 years at elementary PE. And I went to college at the University of Northern Iowa. I got my bachelor's there and my master's. And I loved teaching elementary PE. It was a lot of fun. And when the position at William Penn opened up, it was a great avenue for me to take the knowledge that I have learned over the last 20 years and teach it to undergrads. It's been awesome. I love being able to share what real world experiences are for our students. It's been awesome. I've also been a president of our Iowa Association for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance, and I've been really involved with our national Shape America organization as well.
Okay.
Right out of college, my undergraduate degree, I actually was a critical care paramedic for 15 years. So I worked full-time on an ambulance. I was a volunteer firefighter for a long time. So I hold that kind of health background, and I just have always wanted to get my master's degree and my PhD. So it was just something that I had a goal for. So I got my master's and then decided that I really liked education. So I worked in Pella. So William Penn was just kind of close, and lived in Oskaloosa. So I applied here, and here I still am 8 years later.
There you go. Okay, so you talked about the background. You kind of already answered this, but why do you want to become a college professor? Why switch gears in that and decide, hey, I want to deal with 18 and 22-year-olds?
Well, I'm just going to say, Wade, that 18 and 22-year-olds are not a lot different than elementary students sometimes. And
Sure.
I'm kidding when I say that. No, but I really, I had a coworker that, I did have a lot of student teachers that I've dealt with over the years. And so I really enjoyed working with them. And, I had a coworker that was like, hey, you should teach at the college level. And I thought, oh, well, that'd be kind of cool, and I think things just happened. I got to know a lot of the professors at William Penn, and they were like, you need to get your master's so you can teach here. And so I didn't pursue my master's degree right away. I was busy raising a family and busy coaching and teaching. And so after that was kind of my motivation, I guess, to get that was so I could teach at the college level.
Right.
I think for me, I just worked in EMS, and you work a lot of time. Well, I work 24 on, 48 off for my shifts, and it's just not really family friendly. My significant other, my husband, works in healthcare as well, so he works crazy hours, 24 hours a day, nights, weekends, holidays, whatever. So one of us having a stable, regular hour job was kind of a big draw for me. And like I said before, I just kind of always wanted to go into higher education, so this was a great fit for me.
Sure, sure. All right, now let's start talking not so much about you guys, but talking directly to, I guess, our student body or our future student body. Talk about the degree or how a degree within your division will prepare students for life after college. So I guess talk a lot about careers and things like that. What can they do with a degree in health and life sciences, and especially in the classes that you teach? How can you prepare them?
You're the expert in this.
So, well, we have 3 different degree tracks that you can take. Actually, we have 4 different degree tracks if you include our Bachelor of Science in Biology. But I'll talk more about the ones that Jen and I deal with. So we have sport management. Really, that's geared towards those people that want to go into athletic director, some sort of coaching position within a lot of times the college or high school level. You can also do facilities management with that sports management degree. It's all kinds of different avenues. Within that degree, you also get a minor in business. So that kind of sets you up as well to do just a variety of things. Our exercise science degree is geared more towards those science people. So it's a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science. So it really kind of sets you up for things like physical therapy school, occupational therapy, athletic training, that type of realm where we look a lot at body mechanics, human motion, things like that. And then our wellness and recreation degree, and Jen and I actually have some plans to potentially revamp that, but we're looking at hopefully making it more towards where we want to set the program up and set our kids up to where when they graduate, they can look at like parks and recreation programs and the Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA and different areas like that, where they can go in and get jobs dealing with youth as coaches, leaders, mentors, that type of thing.
Sure. Okay. Advice for incoming students that are, how can they be more prepared to come to college, more prepared to, be successful in college? And then once they're here, advice for how can they have a successful career afterwards? What can they do as a college student to, get themselves ready for a successful career? So both before here and while they're also here.
I think when they get here, it's really important. You're going to be using technology a lot. You're going to be using computers a lot, and it's going to be really important that they are ready to learn how to use Moodle, which is what we use at William Penn, and understand that you have to check your email daily. And some of the tech things, some of the technology, it's not just using your smartphone and apps. There's a lot of other expectations they're going to be able to have to do. So I think knowing that coming in, being ready to do that, and they learn a lot of that in College Foundations, which is great, but it can also be really overwhelming. And Jess and I have talked a lot about time management is such a big deal. You're going to be away from home, and it's going to be real easy to stay up all night and be very distracted from your schoolwork, and that is a problem for some students. So we really want to work on stress management too, because there's a lot going on. A lot of our students come because they're playing sports, and so being able to manage classwork, schoolwork with workouts and eating properly and getting plenty of sleep, and so all that really ties into how well they do in school.
All of these things that they need to know when mom and dad aren't there, right?
Yes,
yeah.
and
how to be an adult.
We do try to help be moms on campus, and we'll be real helpful to all students. We have a lot of students that come up to our office and they just need advice. They just need someone to talk to, share positive things with. We love having students come in, and we usually have snacks in there too, which is a selling point.
I would say locate our office first at 317. We have a lot of kids come in. Communication is another big one. Like if you're struggling with something, really just ask your professors. Yep. We're such a small school, and really everybody on our campus, every single professor is fantastic. If you just talk to them about what you're struggling with, we're all here to help. And I think that kids are just afraid to ask for help. And really, if you need help, you need to ask for it, because we don't know that you need help if you don't tell us.
Right.
So I think that's a big one, is seeking out your professors if you're struggling in an area, and really just talking to them and communicating, like, this isn't my strong point, but we can all help get you through it.
Yeah. Outside of, like, I guess not per se outside of classwork, but talking internships and practicum, things like that. I mean, obviously we give them an opportunity to do these things. How important is that moving forward in their career to get themselves ready to be in the workforce?
I think it's huge. Sometimes in the workforce, it's not necessarily what you know, it's who you know, and building those relationships. And especially with the internship and any volunteer opportunities, anything that you can get involved in and just build your resume and meet people that are in the field that you want to go into is 100% the way to go.
Yeah.
Just over those 4 years, especially when you're at Penn, if you know exactly the career that you want to go into, then we need to start your freshman year getting you out there and having people know your name and your face and the things that you're great at.
Yeah.
And something that we do in our fundamental concepts of kinesiology class is we talk a lot about careers, because students come in and, you know, some of them think they know what they want to do, which is awesome. Some of them have no idea. And either way, we have a project. It's a pretty big project that we do in that class, and they present at the end of the semester. And it's about their career. So they do research, they find out who they work with, where they're going to work, what kind of salary they're going to make, what kind of education and certification that they're going to need, what their future career outlook is for that job. So it's been a real eye-opener for students, because they get to find out, like, I really, really want to do this, or it kind of helps them go down a path. And so once they figure that out, we want them to figure that out early on, as early as they can, so that, like Jess said, then they get experience and chances to volunteer and to build their resumes.
Definitely. All right. Last but not least, you guys are on campus. I'm very jealous. You're out there enjoying the sun today, but wearing your William Penn gear, sporting the WP and everything. Talk about William Penn in general. What you love about William Penn, why it's a great place to work for you.
Well, this is my first year at William Penn, and it's been amazing. Our department is fantastic, and you know, the professors are everybody gets along so well, and it's a lot different than my former job, and so I love it, and I'm so fortunate that I get to share an office with Jess, and I mean, like, I just can't even tell you, it's just been so amazing, and the departments really work well together. Like Jess said, it's a smaller school, so you know, it's easy for us to get in touch with other professors and try to help students. And I guess I love that too, is that we get to really get to know our students personally, and they get to know us, and it's just such a fun place to be, and it's safe. I love that our students feel safe when they come to campus, and they enjoy being here.
Yeah, I would piggyback off that. The small school, the atmosphere, I really do think that a big buzzword on our campus, we have two that I think of, is team, and we really all do work as a team, and family. I think we're all an awesome family. Sometimes we're a great dysfunctional family, but we put the fun in that.
Yes,
but I think that we are all one big family when you look at, and that includes like all of the staff and professors and students and everybody. Really, if you're a member of Statesman Nation, you're a part of our family. Whether you want to be or not, we're taking you in.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the great thing about our campus, is that we kind of treat everybody like they belong, or they do belong there.
Right, definitely. Well, ladies, anything else you want to add? Otherwise, I want you to enjoy your day, your afternoon, get a little more sun. So.
Well, we appreciate you asking us, Wade. This was a lot of fun, and we really do just want everyone to know that William Penn is an awesome college to be at, and we're going to take care of you when you come here.
Okay.
For sure. We'll mother you. Tell your moms.
There you go, right? Once again, Jennifer Peterson, she is on the left with the William Penn. Put your hand up, there you go, that helps. And as well as Jessica Sisul, she's wearing the red sunglasses today. So thank you, ladies, so much. That's the Jen and Jess duo that you probably hear a lot about if you're on campus. So they are tremendous in our health and life sciences division. So thank you, ladies, so much. And until next time, go Statesman.